Okay, let me take this opportunity to welcome everybody to the Fellowship of Mental Health Hangout for Friday, November 11th,
November
2015.
si- November the 6th.
I stand corrected, November the 6th. I was thinking about next week, which will be Friday the 13th. So,
Yeah.
uh, but anyway, it is November the 6th, and we're going to be here from 1:30 my time to 2:30 my time live, and then we'll go for another hour in a private hangout type setting or whatever. Let me go through the housekeeping. I do this every time, and it needs to be said every time. We have no judgment in these hangouts. When I point the finger at you, I got three pointing back at me, so why even bother? We don't do therapy. None of us are qualified to do therapy. We try to share much respect with each other and our topics. We try to keep everything at a PG rating, and we like to use I statements. I find that if we use I statements, everything flows much, much better. And as I was saying before, I want to welcome everybody to the new time, 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it is 7:30 p.m. Uh, what do you call that? GMT or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
but you guys are on Standard Time too.
Yeah.
Okay, in Great Britain. Uh, our first topic today is going to be personal initiative. And I was thinking about this last night, and I was trying to think, well, what's the difference between personal initiative, and this comes out of the work of Dr. Napoleon Hill and W. Clement Stone and some of the others. But what's the difference between personal initiative and going the extra mile? And I was racking my brain for an example. And for example, I got up this morning and I found an example in my news feed, on my Twitter feed. And I don't know if you saw this or not, but there's a barber in Great Britain who had an autistic customer. And kids with autism can be a handful. Anyway, the little
Yeah, I did
kid,
see that.
he needed a haircut, so the barber gets on the floor with the little kid to give him his haircut or whatever. And I thought to myself, I would have never thought of that. I would have been I would have been trying to give the kid candy or something.
Yeah.
But that's the example I needed to illustrate what personal initiative is. It is going the extra mile, but it's also becoming innovative or
Yeah.
stepping out of the box. And this barber, I mean, he all I saw was a picture, but you could tell by the picture that he really loved his job, and he was going to do whatever it took to get that little boy his haircut, and which meant thinking outside the box and going the extra mile and displaying some personal initiative, and it was really and inspiration to me. So personal initiative is basically being innovative. Would you
Yeah.
agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. My mum
Mm,
shows it all the time because she's trying to think of ways to help me with my anxiety.
there you go. There you go. And like most things, it has an application inside the work, uh, inside your work life, and also in your personal life or whatever. So you know, uh, for me, it's being prepared. Should I be called on to speak? And I just may be called on to speak. There's been some illnesses going around at my church. I don't have any of them, and I don't plan on having any of them. But anyway, I may get an opportunity to speak either in the Wednesday group or the Sunday group. So I am prepared. I am prepared, and I'm going to be even more prepared. So
Oh, that's
so
good.
yeah, yeah. And it sounds like the people on your medical team have got this personal initiative bug too.
Yeah.
I mean, they want
Oh,
they
they
want
have. They have. They want to sort things out and they want to help me.
right, and they're not, and black and white thinking maybe not enough. So they're going to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, that was topic number one. You can't see, but I am rocking what I consider to be a rather nice mustache,
Yeah.
even if it is a little thin.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this in honor of November, which is October is Women's Cancer Month, and everybody dons the pink, which I'm in agreement with, and November is Men's Cancer Month, and so in solidarity, we grow a mustache, or we try to grow a mustache. Hopefully, I can make it to the end of November. A lot of times, I just give up and I cut it off on Thanksgiving Day,
Yeah.
which is the fourth Thursday in November. But anyway, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to hang with it and go all the way to the end of November. So
Well, good luck with that.
yeah, do they have Movember in Great Britain?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
I think it actually started in Australia, like maybe 10 years ago or so, or
Yeah.
whatever. Then it kind of spread around the world. Okay, so that's what all I've got for my two topics. Now we'll open it to whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I should have been having my massage, but the person who is doing it has caught a cold.
Oh my gosh, boy, you don't want to catch the cold. So
So it's been moved to next week.
yeah, yeah, that's what's going around at my church. I've got two people that have, and they're both speakers,
Yeah.
which is uh, which is kind of weird. I don't know if you do anything with
Welcome, Blue.
welcome. Uh, I don't know if you do anything with the Eastern Hindu philosophy or whatever, but your throat chakra is what allows you to speak. It's the chakra of communication, and so
Yeah, I've
whenever someone
heard of that.
has a cold or whatever, it can symbolize. It doesn't always symbolize, but it can symbolize they're having trouble saying something or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
there's other issues involved. Welcome everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, yes, Blue. I
Uh-oh.
am. I am early. Lynn, I'm getting a little bit of feedback. I think
Wen said he
from your
can't talk, but
mic.
we'll listen. When,
Okay,
what?
good deal. Blue, I am early, and the reason that I'm early is because we had all the time changes in Great Britain and Canada, here in Texas as well. Just a little bit early, and also I don't think he's having one today. But if Dell has a hangout today, my hangout will finish up before his starts, so there won't be a conflict or whatever. But I thought I would just change it up a little bit and see how it goes, and uh, I think it's a little easier for our folks in Great Britain to come in. So, and I thought it might actually help somebody
Yeah.
here, that maybe has to work in the evening or something. Maybe they can come in for a little bit or whatever. So, I'm sorry about your massage, but
Yeah. It's one of those things. She's just not well.
yeah, and you probably don't want to be around her. So, but
No.
I am doing
Not.
those things. I don't buy into the cold and flu season or whatever. I think part of it is
No.
we expect it to happen every year, and so we expect it to happen. Part of it, I think, is people getting back together at school and stuff like that, and the little kids sharing each other's germs and taking the germs back home or
Yeah.
whatever. But uh,
Yeah.
but I am doing those things. Which will help me not get sick. So taking
I've had my flu
vitamins.
injection,
There you go. There you go. And I'm
but
not. I'm
my
not. Yeah, go ahead.
but my asthma's got worse. But it's one thing after another.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not real big on flu shots or whatever, but I'm not against them either. I think it's it's up to the individual to decide.
Yeah.
Last year's I'm not quite sure how effective it was. I've heard somewhere in the range of 50 to 60% or whatever. But I
Yeah.
mean, if it gives you some measure of peace of mind and some level of protection, then why not? I choose to opt out of it because I think there are better ways for me to avoid.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everybody has their own choices, and some people choose vitamins, some people choose flu shots, some people choose everything.
yeah,
Other ways of dealing with it.
and some people choose to wash their hands 5 times a day,
Yeah.
which I don't think is a bad idea.
No.
I mean, if you're walking around and touching door handles and everything, why not wash your hands a couple extra times? So, but but the weather is going to finally start to change. We had a little bit of a cold snap, but it really wasn't that cold. I think this weekend it's supposed to rain a little bit this weekend, and which is done like the last 2 or 3 weekends, and it's supposed to be like a cold front, and it's supposed to be nice and cool, which I'm looking forward to. I know it's been cooler in Canada and Great Britain and some of these other places, but
It
in
has been cooler
Southeast
over here,
Texas,
yeah.
yeah, Texas, it really hasn't hit us just yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Blue said he had a slight freeze last night. Okay, because he's in El Paso. Yeah. Well, that's normal. That's normal.
We've
So
had fog over here.
we had a lot of fog too. It rained all weekend last weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday it was really really foggy. And then of course the breeze once the sun comes up, the breeze starts to kick up or whatever, and that kind of dissipated everything. So
I hate the fog. It clouds my remaining vision.
oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. Well, I just don't
Because
like to
it
drive
takes
in it. People drive.
takes away the
People.
colors that I can see in the sky and everything.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
when I'm walking around with my guide dog, I look for the colours, my landmarks, for the colours in that.
Yeah.
But when it's foggy, it's difficult to tell where I am.
Yeah. Well, I just don't like to drive in it. I had to drive in it one time. We went to Wichita Falls, Texas, which is in the Panhandle, slightly in the Panhandle of Texas, I think, up there close to Oklahoma, and and it was foggy all day. There wasn't a breeze or anything, and it was like a strange territory to me. And of course, people were driving a little fast, as they tend to do in Texas, and so I was just going with the guy in front of me. I wasn't tailgating or anything, but I was driving as fast as he was, and hopefully he knew where all the curves and everything were. So, but I don't like to drive in fog.
No, my mum doesn't either. She hates
Yeah,
it.
because I would prefer to slow down.
Yeah.
But if you're on a two-lane road, that's really not an option unless you want to piss off everybody behind you. So,
Oh, definitely.
yeah. So, I think we have a viewer on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one person watching now. I posted the link on my Google page, so if anybody wants to come in that's in my circle, they can come in. Uh, they can come in that way.
Via Google, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We were talking about our PG rating. I had to take someone out of my circles because he started posting naked pictures of himself,
Well, that's not good.
which, well, I mean,
That's highly not good.
there's a place for that,
Yeah.
and
Time and a place, yeah.
but it's not my circle or whatever. So,
No. It's highly insensitive.
well, not necessarily.
But not in
Yeah,
Not
I
in the
mean,
right time and a place.
I mean, his Google page, so he can do whatever he
Yeah.
wants to with it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want
Not for
someone to
everyone to see.
I don't want someone to come to my page and accidentally, see his
Post
naked
it.
picture.
Yeah, well, it's for the time and the place, so
Yeah, yeah. But that was the only kind of real scare I had. I mean,
I had a
you,
scare the other day when somebody posted a really like nasty sort of song on my page, so I had to remove somebody.
oh man, uh, I was following a friend of my sister's on Facebook, and she is this animal rights person,
Yeah,
and I consider myself to be so too. But she was posting pictures of animal crematoriums, and I mean just ghastly pictures of dead animals, and
not nice.
I'm like, I understand your point, but I'm not gonna, you know, open up my Facebook page at 7 o'clock in the morning when I'm having a cup of coffee and look at your ghastly pictures of dead animals.
It's not nice. It's not nice to see that.
So I had to take her off my, I unfollowed her or whatever it is you do on, welcome Turkman. So
Hello
I
there.
had to,
Hello, Turk.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm still in the same situation as last week, but I'm getting there.
Okay. Yeah.
My therapist is going to refer me to someone for the anxiety and get my get my meds looked at.
Mm, I see. Okay. Um, are you still? Do you still have like the
The
migraines?
Yeah, but I'm getting some. My therapist is like It's down to anxiety.
Mm, I see. I see. Anxiety.
Yeah, and depression.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I understand. I did have a bout of that. A while ago. Um. Yeah. So, how you feeling? Are you looking forward to Christmas?
No, I hate that time of year.
Ah. Um.
People with DID generally do.
Ah. I see. I see. Um.
I hate. It's stressful. I don't like the build up to my birthday either.
I get it. I
I
get it.
can't I can't handle excitement.
Mm. Yeah, I get
It's
it. Mm. So, so like with like the excitement like of the holiday?
I change the name of it every year
Mm. So
to
so
remind me of a friend who's died, or someone I've got a crush on, or a celebrity, or one of my alters.
all right, to distance yourself from the festivities, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this year it's Grey's Day.
Hmm. Gray's Day. Okay, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Uh,
so you make up a new name for the holiday to disassociate yourself from the actual holiday of.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. I get it.
To dissociate from the actual holiday,
Mm.
and yeah,
I used to work in retail, and holidays were very, very stressful for me. So I just got to the point where I'm just going to have a very, very low key holiday with my
Mm.
family. It's not going to be about raking in presents or making the best turkey or
see,
cranberry sauce, whatever. It's just going to be about hanging out together, and I find that works well for me and my family.
And that's what it is. That's what it should be about. Christmas is about coming together as a family and celebrating the festivities together. Whereas in this day and age, obviously Christmas is commercialized about
I
you know.
hate the commercials. I hate it being over commercialized.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, it's become very shallow. Like it's about like
Yeah,
getting the
it's
latest
very
Xbox.
it's pushed on people.
Mm,
It's
mm,
pushed on
Mm.
people with all the commercials and stuff. It's become very stressful and very
yeah,
over commercialized, and I hate it being, oh, Christmas this, Christmas that, Christmas the other. I
Yeah.
hate it, people being,
I get it.
you know, because I say to people, what do you want for Grey's Day? And they push on me, what do you want for Christmas? When I say to them, please don't push it on me. I believe in Grey's Day this year. Promise me you'll say to me, what do you want for Grey's Day? I have said to them, what do you want for this holiday?
Mm.
Please say to me, what do you want for Grey's Day?
Yeah.
And they will not have any of it.
So they know, like, do they know the reason why you call it Grey's Day?
Yes.
Right.
But they
Okay.
purposely say, what do you want for Christmas? And I say to them, please do not say that to me. I say to you, what would you like? This. I say to they, what do you want for that day? And they say to me, this, and this. But then they purposely ask me, what do I want for that day? And I say to them, please do not. Please ask me what I want for Grey's Day. I have asked you what you want for your day. Now please ask me in return what I want for my day.
Right.
And they won't.
I get it. Yeah. So, you know, is it just that particular holiday, or is it every,
No,
holiday?
just that holiday.
Because of the association with the, I get it. So
People with DID have certain religions that they can't follow or don't associate with.
Yeah. And
what is it that stand for? Is that deficit identity disorder or something?
Dissociative identity disorder.
Dissociative.
and it oftentimes it has to do with a trauma that was suffered, or it could even be a series of traumas that
was suffered.
That the individual suffered. Sometimes it was around the holiday. Sometimes it was with a person associated with the holiday. You know, not to go into a great deal of detail.
Mine started in September and continued right up until my traumas finished in March.
Right. I understand. So, obviously, so how do you alleviate yourself from, being as anxious as you are,
switching.
Switching. Yeah. So,
Switching.
It's because of like such traumatic experiences you've had, that the only way you can cope is through switching personalities.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. So, what person am I talking to now? Am I talking to the real person?
You're talking to Anastasia.
And you are Anastasia?
The Anastasia.
Okay. I see. I understand.
Oh, shite. I'm about to switch.
That's cool.
Hello?
Hello.
Christian.
Hello, Christian. How are you?
Christian.
Not good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We're, basically, some members of my family are tormenting me about Grey's Day. They are tormenting me about the real name for Grey's Day.
Yes.
An auntie in particular.
Okay.
She's winding me up about Grey's Day, the real name for Grey's Day, and it's irritating.
Of course.
So I say to her, Grey's Day is more important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do not do it.
Yes.
And she keeps doing it.
I understand.
I think I would set up some boundaries with this particular aunt or whatever,
Yeah.
Because some people are just not going to get it,
Right. Of course.
So
I would limit my time with her. I mean, if it were me.
She's my carer.
Oh, I thought your mom was.
My mum is my main carer.
Oh, okay, so
She is my carer when my mum's at work.
I see. Okay, so it's kind of like a have to type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm not sure what I would do. I guess you'll just have to agree to disagree.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Let life be a pile of sloth. Ketsia, don't get upset.
Ketsia, is that your pet?
No, a little.
it's a small altar.
Oh, right, I see.
Ketsia, don't get upset. Come on.
Yeah.
She's free.
DID, yeah, DID is very, very complex. So it's not really like what you see on television. You know, it goes a lot deeper than that.
Mino feels safe.
Well, don't worry, you're safe here.
You are safe, Ketsia. Sometimes she needs a bit of reassurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
She's only 8.
Of course.
We have younger ones than that. We have Shades, we have Chloe, we have Amelia, we have a baby altar who is called Steph. We have Jake, we have Sierra, we have Serena, we have Silas, who is 2000. We have a lot of us.
I was just gonna ask how many altars would you suppose there are in your system?
Over 1,000.
1,000 altars. So,
Yeah,
so wait,
We've been through a lot.
Melvin, is that altars? Are they like 1,000 personalities then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We fragmented that much because we've been through
But now,
9 years of hell.
but now, would you say that all of them are complete personalities, or some of them just kind of like fragments?
Complete. We have complete ones and we have some fragments.
Okay. And what happens is every time there's a split or a fragmentation, it has a purpose, you know, either to diffuse the suffering or to protect. It all has a strange kind of a purpose to it. So, but it's very, very complicated.
It does sound it, you know. That's
Yeah.
a lot. You know,
Yeah.
triggering to say, system, I've seen you on camera. You have very beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Very nice deep blue.
Yeah, my left one is not actually real. It's a false eye.
Oh, I see. Still pretty.
Uh-oh.
Hmm?
Switch again. God damn it. Hello?
Hello.
Hello there. Who is this?
Caitlin.
Hello, Caitlin.
I understand you're under a lot of stress.
Yeah, we are at the moment.
Well,
We've
hopefully your doctors are
we're gonna sort it
helping
out
you.
on Tuesday and stuff.
Yeah, sort it all out. So Blue just left. I wonder if he's having connection problems.
Yeah, it must be connection problems and stuff going on.
Yeah, so
There's a lot of that going around. My phone's been dodgy.
yeah. Blue also said Joey closed down his channel.
What?
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Joey closed down his channel?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on. I thought the last I saw, I thought he had put up a new introduction video to his channel or whatever, which I didn't actually watch it or whatever. I hear a beep.
A beep?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
It's someone in the chat, so.
I apologize. I was sending a message.
Oh, no problem.
Oh,
no problem. I need to
Spoffles,
check these things.
Spoffles.
Spoffles.
I need
Yeah,
to check
Spoffles.
these things anyway.
Spoffles.
Okay.
I got that word off Ketsia.
Okay.
Spoffles.
Well, we still have one person watching.
Oh dear. Sounds like somebody's got a Hoover on in the background.
Oh, I apologize. That's my computer. Let me go next door.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, my PC is rather old.
Oh.
I think I've got too much data in there as well.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
What time is it?
Go
ahead.
Well, you're in the UK, aren't you? In the UK,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
1 minute past 8.
Ketsia, go to bed.
Good night, Ketsia.
Night.
We finally got through all the time changes. I think we're not. The United States and Canada and UK are all back to being
They're
the
all
same
back to normal
same time
now.
differences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until March.
Yeah, until March. That's when they go forward.
Yeah, then we'll have that bleary-eyed Monday. I wish they would change the time once and for all and be done with it, you know. But
yeah. Then life wouldn't be a pile of stuff and it wouldn't be all complicated, would it?
Yeah, but you know, there's some states. I would imagine there are some countries too that don't change their time. They're just at the same time. So, but we gotta do something every now and then just to change things up, I guess.
Absolutely.
What the Spoffles is going on with my phone? It's making a stupid noise. What the Spoffles? Oh, it's reading. Oh, it's reading. No, yeah, it's reading. Oh no, it's reading something back to me. It's all right. It's just reading something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a text message. A random text message saying Spoffles. Oh, it's one of my friends. Oh, I'm back. It's Anastasia.
Welcome back, Anastasia. Have you had a chance to talk to Liz? Have you heard from Liz any? Oh my gosh, we lost Anastasia. Something must be wrong with her phone. Let me see if I can't try to get her back. Anastasia, if you can hear me, I've sent you another.
Excuse me.
No problem. I sent you another invitation so you can get back in if you need to. So now, Kirkman, did you say you're in Manchester?
No. I live within. I live in the. I live in London, but
I don't know what happened. You lost me then.
I don't know what happened either, but anyway, I sent you another invitation.
Yeah,
so.
you didn't. I don't know if you lost me. I don't know if my phone died. What?
Well, that's maybe something we'll never figure out, but so we'll just have to let it go or whatever. So you're in the Greater London area.
I mean within not central London, but the outskirts of it, like around the Essex area.
Oh, okay. I'm not very familiar with
Well,
that.
well, I live in the we have boroughs. We have boroughs
Right.
in which obviously you do in America, but my borough is of shit. What's my
Well, it
borough again?
said it's on 64%, so I don't know what happened.
Well,
My borough.
we may not be able to figure it out. I mean, it just may be one of those things. But
Yeah.
if you drop, last week I dropped off. So, but if
Oh,
you
yeah.
drop off again, I'll send you another invitation. So don't worry about
Yeah.
that.
Don't
And
worry.
we're going to have weather in my area, but it's not going to be till tomorrow. So I shouldn't drop off either. But,
No.
but if I do, I expect y'all to continue on. So,
Yeah.
but Turkman, I am a big fan of British history, and I've been studying about Buckingham Palace and St. Paul's Cathedral or whatever, and of course Number 10 Downing Street, which should never have been built where it was built.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I simply just I was born here when I was like a young baby. That's about it. I mean, I don't really know much where I
Got
live.
another thing up here now.
Yeah.
I'm simply like a Turkish British Turk that was born in this country, and that's about it. I'm not really someone that really studies the history of the country where I'm in.
Okay.
If I were to identify myself, how I see myself as a Turkish man.
Okay.
But obviously my nationality is of British, but I identify more with my ethnicity than my nationality.
I see. Well, I'm a history buff from way back, so
Stupid phone.
I don't know what's going on, but
I think it was a network error.
okay, but I don't know if you get someone to
It
check
said
your
an
phone
error
later on.
occurred or something.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, I know it's a new phone, right?
Yeah, I don't know why it's saying an error occurred.
Ladies
Well,
and gentlemen, I do apologize. I have to go.
well, thanks
Right.
for stopping in. Okay.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure. Look after yourself, everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Okay. It's saying it's fine now, I think.
Yeah.
It just had a network error.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't know what's going on, but my suspicion it may have something to do with your phone.
Yeah.
But I mean that's just a guess.
My phone's charging properly now. It's on 65%.
Okay.
I think it was either the weather or
Yeah.
a network problem.
Yeah. It was nice for Turkman to stop in. He was
Yeah.
trying to explain to me about. I know London is a humongous city, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's massive, yeah.
and they've reclaimed a lot of wetlands, which maybe should not have been reclaimed.
Yeah.
I was reading about Number 10 Downing Street,
Yeah.
which I think was a wetland at one point, but they drained it,
Yeah.
and they built Number 10 Downing Street, and then they had to do so much to keep it from sinking.
Yeah.
And of course now they can't really replace it because it's so iconic. But I think they've got it fixed. I think they spent a lot of money when Margaret Thatcher was in office, shoring up the foundations and everything. So
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So, but I would love to visit London, but I would want a tour guide. I don't think I would want to venture out by myself. I think I would want to have my hand held.
Yeah.
But I would love to see, all the sites. I'd love to see the Thames and Big Ben and St. Paul's Cathedral and Buckingham Palace and the Tower of London and all these other places. I would love to see that. But so until I get the chance to go, I just have to watch it on YouTube. So
Yeah.
yeah, they say if YouTube were a network in my country, it would be like the fourth or fifth largest network.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it'd be right up there with ABC, NBC, Fox. It'd be right up there with them.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people that they'll turn on the computer before they'll turn on the TV.
What the heck's just gone on now?
I don't know. We had
When's
some
just left
people.
the call?
Yeah, we had some people that just wanted to visit or whatever, that which is
Yeah.
appropriate. So,
Yeah.
and we'll continue on for 20 minutes in a public way, and then we'll go to private. So
Yeah.
we may get some people um,
Wonder
just
where
joining.
Lisa is tonight.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure where she's at. She may be working. I think she has a part-time job that she works on weekends. And but I've been watching her videos. She has a really, really good teacher,
Yeah.
and I think she's going to pursue becoming a teacher on the college level. So, which is not bad at
No.
all. So, plus, I think she was a little upset because some of us, I forget if it was this hangout or the hangout after this one, but she was telling us about how the processed meat and the way it's processed, it's a carcinogen.
I think it was the one after this one because I didn't go.
Okay, okay.
Unless it was
But
this one.
we touched on it briefly in this one, and
Yeah.
then we talked about more on the second one. But and I think the point she was making is that it's a carcinogen, and we should take it seriously, just like we do cigarettes or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think we gave her as much respect as she deserved. So, but my thought is, and I'm not trying to be light about it, but smoke from a campfire is a carcinogen.
Yeah.
So, are we going to stop having campfires, or are we just going to be careful around campfires? You know, I mean, there's some things. Uh, and exhaust from a car is a carcinogen. So, are we going to
Yeah.
turn off our cars? There's. I think there's. Uh, we should be cautious or whatever, about this stuff. And I'm definitely not going to stick my head in a fireplace just so I can breathe the smoke or anything like
Oh
that.
no.
But and I don't eat as much red meat as I used to. And I don't eat as much processed meat as I used to. So I think there are things we can do to limit our exposure, as it were.
I don't anymore because of my lip. So
Yeah, yeah,
because I can't because of this keratosis. So
yeah, yeah. And the other thing is, I've heard and read that all of us have a small number of cancer cells in our body at any given time,
yeah.
and the immune system takes care of them. So the trick is, how do you keep your immune system in proper form?
Yeah.
So
How do we keep it in check?
yeah,
This is the thing.
and I think part of that is to keep the stress down and the
Yeah.
anxiety down, and to limit our exposure as best we can, and the vitamins and the antioxidants and all these things or whatever. So I think I talked a little bit about the macrobiotic diet last week, and when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, not everybody got cancer, and the ones that were like in the bomb range but had the macrobiotic diet, they're the ones that survived without cancer. I
Yeah.
mean, that tells you how powerful our diet is. And the macrobiotic diet is just the natural diet with what the Japanese and the Chinese eat when you get away from a Chinese or a Japanese restaurant. what we see in a Chinese restaurant is not necessarily what they eat out in the boondocks in China or whatever. It's stir-fried vegetables, it's rice, uh, whole grains, it's and maybe a chunk or two of meat. And I think they like
Yeah.
miso, the fermented. I know it's fermented. Is it fermented soy
Yeah.
sauce? Or, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's supposed to be good for you too, or whatever. So, but that just shows you how important diet is. And I think maybe that was Lisa's point, was that diet is incredibly important. But there again, you just have to make your choices, and do what's right for you. So,
Yeah. You got to do what's important.
hmm I don't think anyone else is having a hangout right now.
No, I've not
No.
heard of anybody.
Yeah, I keep looking for hangouts.
Yeah.
Uh, I found. Have you heard of a man named Emanuel Swedenborg?
No.
Okay, well, it's probably just as well. But he was started out as a scientist, and then he had a spiritual revelation, and he started writing spiritual books. And he's a very very good author or whatever. And he died, I think, in the early 1800s. So he's from about 300 years ago. But
Whoa.
anyway, but anyway, I found a hangout where they actually talked about his stuff. And
Yeah.
this guy, back in his day, they didn't have the internet or Wi-Fi or television or radio. So he would write books. And supposedly these books came from spirit or whatever. Some of them were dictated to him. And then, but anyway, this guy wrote like the Encyclopedia Britannica. I mean, he must have written like maybe 30 volumes, and I'm talking about 500-page volumes.
Whoa. That is.
Well, you've got to be very, very careful. But anyway,
That
I did
is.
I did some research, and I've got probably the best book to get into, unless you want to read a biography about him, which would kind of give you an overview of his life. But the best book to get into is a book called Heaven and Hell, which is
Yeah.
a summary of a series he did. He did like an 11-volume series, and then at the end he summarized it, which is what a lot of authors do. A lot of authors do abbreviated versions of their longer works, and which is why he did. So that's one that I'm reading right now, and like I say, it's 500 pages. But he talks about angels. He talks about our inner self and our outer self, or whatever. And I know he's a very, very wise man. So, but like I say, I'm always looking for different hangouts. So, and I tell you something else I've decided to do. I've decided to go to bed at the same time every night.
That's what I've done as well.
Yeah, I know it
I go
doesn't
up.
sound.
I
It
go
doesn't
about
sound
10
like a.
o'clock.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but I mean, it's working better for me or whatever, because I'm not having days. Welcome
Yeah,
back, Ferdinand.
better sleep routine is
Yeah, I'm
a
not
good
having
thing.
days where I'm tired, and when you get into a routine like that, it's easier to go to sleep, I think.
Yeah.
So, but and plus I'm doing some relaxation exercises when I get into bed, because it takes me about 15 minutes to go to sleep anyway. So why not just do some uh, EFT exercises and some relaxation exercises or whatever. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I listen to music before I go to sleep, or an audio
Yeah,
book,
there you go. I
or
like to read.
I do my meditation at night.
Yeah, I like now meditation's what I do if I wake up in the middle of the night, because
Yeah.
I read somewhere, I heard somewhere that sometimes if you're awakened in the middle of the night, you're supposed to pray or meditate or whatever. It's like It's like the spirit is calling you into a prayer or a meditation, and so that's what I do. I generally go into meditation, and within like maybe a half hour, I'm back asleep again.
Yeah.
And if I don't go back to sleep, to me, meditation is just as good as sleep. So.
That's what I heard from some.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. So. Hmm. Oh! I was. You remember Jessica? Not our Jessica, but the Jessica from the UK,
Yeah.
Multiplicity and Me.
Yeah.
I added her to my circles and I sent her an invite. So
Did you?
yeah, I don't know if she'll come. I'm not quite sure. I know she's in the UK, and I'm not quite sure where she's at in the UK or whatever. But I thought it'd be nice to have her pop in, maybe,
Yeah.
so she could be our expert guest,
Oh yeah. Be nice
like
to have
like
somebody new.
like Joy used to do.
Yeah.
Well, that'll happen when it happens. I don't think anyone new has joined Dell's group in a while.
No.
So, and but we did get a couple of new people from Lisa's group last week.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. We're here if they need us. So, and we're here if they
Oh
don't.
yeah. Yeah. That as well.
So, yeah. And I imagine people are doing mental health hangouts that they may call them something else.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there's and there's what you call a hangout. To me, a hangout is where 6 or 7 people get together and they talk.
Yeah.
Like we're doing. But some
Yeah.
people a hangout is where 1 or 2 people talk and everybody else watches.
Yeah.
So there are some mental health hangouts like that or whatever. But quite frankly, I want to get in there and talk. So,
Yeah.
which I guess is why I have my own hangout. So,
Yeah. It's
and
it's more interesting that way because you're getting to know more people.
yeah, it's all it also can be harder to manage that way too.
Yeah.
Because these people that do the 2-person hangouts or whatever, or sometimes
Yeah.
it's just a 1-person hangout. The Swedenborg guy is just him talking, and then he takes questions. So that's where the interaction comes in. You can ask a question, and then if he likes your question, he'll answer it or whatever. So, but but to me, as a hangout where we get together and we talk, uh, we've been going for almost an hour now.
Have we? It's gone quick.
Yeah, I've got 2:23, which should be 8:23. So,
Yeah.
do you see any reason why we should continue the live broadcast?
No.
Okay. Well, then let me take this opportunity to thank everybody in YouTube land for watching, and those of you that will watch in the future. I want to remind everybody about our new time. I'm starting at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 7:30 UK time. And next week, which will be Friday the 13th, we will talk about enthusiasm, and then we will talk about superstitions that you may or may not observe. So thanks for watching, everybody.